Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to PhotoBiz Live. This is Joanne from the PhotoBiz team, and I'm here today with our very own PhotoBiz Passionate Support Agent, Paul, for a webinar about unlocking the power of your Marquee Plus pages. He's got a lot of great information to share with everyone about Marquee Plus pages, what they are, how to set them up, and some good tips about how to make them work for you. In addition to getting the opportunity to learn from Paul in today's webinar, we'll also have a question and answer session at the end of the webinar. You can submit your questions using the chat tool and they'll be answered after the presentation. You can also join in the discussion on Twitter by using the hashtag #PhotoBizLive. If at any point during today's webinar you have any difficulty hearing the speaker or seeing the slides, please use the comment box to let us know. We'll also be recording this webinar, and it'll be available for replay on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/photobiz. With that being said, I'll turn things over to Paul.
Thank you so much, Joanne, and thank you everybody for attending today's webinar. I'm really excited to be able to chat with everybody. My name is Paul. I am with the very passionate support team over here at PhotoBiz, and I have the pleasure of speaking with everyone about Marquee Plus pages today. So we're going to be covering a couple of things. Today we're going to be covering what a Marquee page is, Marquee Plus page is, the parts of a Marquee Plus page, and live examples of the Marquee Plus pages. All right, so let's just jump on into it, and let's get started. Okay, so what is a Marquee Plus page? Well, a Marquee Plus page is available for our content sites, the HTML5 content sites. They provide a variety of options for customization. They're great for home pages and more. They establish a clear path for your visitors to take. And as you can see here from the image, they can be viewed on all devices of the content sites, iPads, iPhones, computers, tablets. All right, let's talk about the parts of a Marquee Plus page. The first thing I'd like to talk about is the marquee item or the banner image. Now this is a great eye-catching opening for your site. You can have a single image uploaded or a slideshow of rotating graphics. Really set the tone for your site. Now these rotating graphics can actually be clicked on and linked to another page within your website or an external link somewhere else. Now what you'll see here is a shot of our control panel, and within there, if you're on the Marquee Plus page, you'll see the Marquee Items tab, where you can actually click to add a marquee item. Every single image that you want to upload for a banner image, you would have to click Add Marquee Item again. Now, uploading a marquee item, after you do upload it, you are able to use the Image Focal Point tool, where you can crop and adjust the center of your image on the control panel without having to do it pre-uploading. Now you can upload the marquee image at 1200 pixels wide by anywhere between 100 to 500 pixels tall, depending on the settings that you have set up in your control panel. And again, you can link the marquee item to any page, to your HTML5 content site, or to an external site. Next thing I'd like to talk about are the list items. Now this is these are great links that you can add to your Marquee Plus page to direct traffic into different areas. So the faster a visitor can find the section of your site they're looking for, the happier that visitor will be. Here's an example of some of the list items that's located in the photobizlovesme.com site. In the control panel, you'll see another tab on your Marquee Plus area called List Items, where you can click on Add a List Item just like you did with the banner items. Every list item that you want, you'd have to add another list item. Now here's a shot of the area in the control panel where you are able to, of course, give the list item a title, provide a description, and also where you can actually link to a different web page on your site or an external link, or even an embedded link if you wanted to maybe embed video or something along those lines. The text content area in the Marquee Plus page is a great place to welcome with text your visitors to your site. You can include instructions to your clients, highlight what makes your brand unique, and it also can provide, of course, SEO benefits because those words are actually being crawled by the search engines when they hit your site. So next what I'd like to do is go ahead and take a look at the control panel and also some live examples. Let's go over everything that I just went over with you, but let's do it live. Let's take a look into the control panel. So you'll see here my home page is the Marquee Plus page. All right, so on the Marquee Plus page I can name it, navigation name, give it a page title. You'll see the other options here. The list item titles can be displayed or not. The reason why that's there is because maybe you want to do something in Photoshop where you actually add the title on the image and upload it all together. What this will do for you is let that be your title instead of actually displaying what you have here for the page title. Of course, you can make it visible, hidden, or disabled like the other pages on your site. And if you wanted to, you can have an access code, which is basically a password. Here's your text content area. And also down here, you have the HTML content area. This would be good if you had some kind of badge from a third party that you wanted to add, or if you wanted to do something maybe a little bit more than you wouldn't be able to necessarily within the PhotoBiz control panel. There are many different layouts to the Marquee Plus page. You'll see here several layouts. Personally, my favorite is the compact layout, but these give you nice visual examples of how that specific Marquee Plus page can look depending on what you chose. Here are some slideshow settings. This is specific to your marquee banner image. So you can have it as autoplay if you want to. It can randomize the images. And here are the different settings for basically the marquee item controls. And earlier I mentioned you can upload your banner item at 1200 pixels wide and anywhere from 1 to 500 pixels tall. My favorite is actually where it is at default, which is 325 pixels tall. Of course, you got your different transitions available here and the speed of the transitioning of your marquee items. You'll notice this from before. You can add a marquee item here, click on it. You can upload your image or insert an image from the clipboard. Here is the image focal point that I was referring to, where you can actually choose an area of the image to focus on. You can put a caption on the image, and of course, like I said, you can link the image to a specific web page. Let's take a look at that really quick here. Notice how I was able to click on the image and it take up the website for me. Awesome. Next part, these are actually my favorite, the list items. So here are where you can add those links that we were referring to earlier. You can go ahead, title, put a description on the link, and of course link them just like the banner image. Okay. And of course, like every other page that we have available on the website, the Marquee Plus page, you can place your own custom metadata for search engines, which is what I would typically recommend, or you can leave it at auto, which will actually pull and place the metadata automatically for you. So I do want to look at some examples. This is my favorite part. So we get to look at some live examples from other PhotoBizzers out there that are absolutely awesome, and let me use their site for display today. Okay, let's check out PhotoBiz Loves Me first. Okay, so here is the Marquee Plus page that we put together for the PhotoBiz Loves Me campaign. You'll see the banner image here, the text content area here, and you will see the list items here. Now these list items were created beforehand in Photoshop and uploaded as total image. What we've done is we've disabled the title through the control panel, so we're not showing the title because the title is already actually on the image. And what we're able to do is actually link each one of these list items to each one of the photographer's stories. So you'll see here on the left-hand side all the web pages are right here, which is another option for your viewer to be able to click on. However, look how awesome this looks. I can click on See Sandy's Story. It'll bring me actually to another Marquee Plus page that we've used to provide information about Sandy, and also create more list items down here. So not only can you use the Marquee Plus page as a home page, but you can also use it like an information page, because of course you can have text on it. They look awesome. Actually really add a lot of character to your website. All right, and again, notice you have the gallery controls for the marquee, or the marquee controls up here, where you can play, pause, and also switch between images. Do notice the social media icons down here at the bottom. Let's take a look at another example here. Betty Oddish. Betty actually is not a photographer. She sells, well, you'll see it right here. She sells handbags and jewelry and sandals, things like that. Now, this is what she's done here is absolutely great. She really puts out there loud call to action. So as soon as you enter in her site, you can see what she does through the banner items here, and she's made it so it really shouts out, hey, take a look, let's shop now. Obviously we can see here, you can click on the banner image. It's going to begin the shopping process for you. And these list items, these are the list items down here, created of course in Photoshop and then uploaded to the website, and each one of these links will take you specifically where it says. So I can click on jewelry and it'll take me to the jewelry page. Now Betty does have the store and the e-commerce solution, the store, and when you have the store and you have the content site together, they actually are integrated. So what she's been able to do is use a Marquee Plus page and point her links directly into her store so people can start shopping. You'll notice the text on Betty's front page, of course, explains a little bit about the site, what she does in her product. I think this is a really, really nice site. It's one of my my favorite Marquee Plus pages out there. I just think she's done such a great job with it. You get right to the front page and she's saying, hey, go shop, buy. Let's take a look at a couple more other sites here. Blair Phillips Workshops. Now Blair, he has this site up specifically for his workshops, and I love it because again it's all about call to action. So as soon as you hit the site, you are able to purchase. Really, he's trying to sell books out there. He has a newsletter that he's providing out there, free videos. Whenever you sign up for the newsletter, you can see it right here. Let's take a look at some of this. So this is a Marquee Plus page. Here is his text that he put in the text content area. He actually used the HTML content to place these items down here. Here are his list items. Now, right from his front page, you know, I could certainly look at different workshops, or I can get right to it, click on books, and it immediately takes me into his store that he has set up, where I can go ahead and look at the information for his books and purchase. So he makes it very easy to get from point A to checkout. So right from his home page, I know I'm looking for a book. I can click on books, Seniors That Rock, go ahead, add it to cart, purchase, and I'm on my way. The easier you can make it for your viewer, the better the website experience is going to be for them, the more likely they'll come back to that site. It's all about a streamlined process, and the Marquee Plus page is perfect for that. Now, TR Photography has a beautiful site that they set up. They created this banner image, uploaded it as one total image, give some really good descriptive information here about what they do, and if you look over it, this can also really benefit them as far as search engine optimization goes. They do talk about their city and state that they're in. They talk about their craft, and they're basically inviting you in to see their business. Now you'll see here on the right hand side the different list items that are available to be clicked on here. And what they're actually doing over there is you can go right to the blog. You can check out their seniors gallery. They're linking to their seniors gallery, and you'll notice how it's lit up portfolio because they actually have the seniors gallery up here as well. But again, they're making it easier for you to identify the gallery that you want to go to. Another gallery for lifestyle, and my favorite, the water world. They have some awesome work over here. So again, there's many different ways that you can use the Marquee Plus page. Again, you don't have to only have it as your home page. You can use it as information pages. You can literally link to any other site out there. Take a look at Sarah Kelly's page. I love this page as well. Really nice, clean, sticking with the clover theme throughout everything that's part of her brand, of course. So they have the clover images that they've created in Photoshop uploaded as an image. They're using the standard vertical layout. They have the title here. They have a description of the list item. They're linking to their portfolio, which actually they're linking from their home page, which is a Marquee Plus page. directly into another Marquee Plus page where they're actually breaking down their portfolio into categories. So going from the home page, which is Marquee, to another Marquee Plus page, and then can take you into the galleries. And that's really neat. And again, another way to show how versatile the Marquee Plus pages are. Call to action, she says book a session. So she's linking from her home Marquee Plus page over to the contact page to hopefully gain some inquiries about her work. Let's take a look at some of the other. Of course, we got pricing here, which now she's actually linking over to an information page with just text about the her pricing and her specials. Again, linking over to the blog, which is super important to integrate into your online web presence. She has an About Sarah information page that she's linking to. And you'll see everything else. Basically what I'm trying to get at is that she's making it super easy with the Marquee Plus page, very attractive to be able to move around the site and direct traffic. Down here at the bottom you'll see Get Connected with Sarah Kelly Photo, and you'll also see that there's some other HTML coding basically that she got together and placed here for Facebook to show off the PPA and NAPCP. Awesome site. Let's take a look at Pollock Photography here. Now I love this site. You'll notice that the Marquee Plus page has the scrolling banner items. Each one of these items again can be clicked on. I clicked on the babies and it brought me over to another Marquee Plus page where I'm actually able to take a look at different items, look at some information, click here to contact us. They do have some HTML coding there to be able to click on to go to their contact page. Look how easy they make it to be able to navigate around the site and really get you in the right direction. One thing that I really wanted to point out about this site, other than of course the text here inviting everyone into the website, are how they have the list items set up. So if you click on galleries, they are linking to basically a list page where it's broken down into categories. But if you look at the children gallery, it's actually another Marquee Plus page. It's not a gallery page. So what she's done is she's used the 1200 pixel wide by the 500 pixel tall banner image to show off her gallery images for this page. And then she was able to give some descriptive information about that specific type of photography. Let's take a look at some others over here. Again, the families, go to the families Marquee Plus page. Schedule now, again, that is for the contact page. Here is where, because she has this store as well, she's able to link over to basically where she does school images. You have to have the password, so of course I'm not going to log into there. But you can link to literally any other page on the site. Externally, you can link over to another site on the web. Here she does have her testimonial information out there to be able to show all of her customers how awesome of a photographer she is, what she is. Now again, you can really do a whole lot with the Marquee Plus page. I think some important points that I wanted to point out are that on the text content area, that descriptive text that you can put in, you can really use that as a benefit for search engine optimization. You are able to place text in there, of course, inviting everyone into your website, talking about what you do, what you love to do, also about your location and your specialty. So if that's all on that front page and you make it a really enjoyable reading experience for your customer, you know, the search engines see that. They crawl all over it, and they see that you're talking about your location, what you do, and that being the first page on your website can really, it can potentially benefit you very much with search engine optimization. And the Marquee Plus page is perfect for it. So not only are you going to be able to set up the metadata on the page, but you can also use your own verbiage, your own text on the page to help benefit you with search engine optimization. Okay, and again, it's the simple text editor that we have here. You're able to bold, italicize, do all that fancy stuff with your text, change the font size here. So it's a normal text editor, and I think it really can provide you a solid benefit to your website. So that's really all I have for the Marquee Plus page today. I hope everyone got a little information out of it. And of course, if you have any questions or concerns or want help putting it together, give our passionate support team a call. We'll be more than happy to assist. I'm going to ask everyone, hold on 1 second here.
Well, thank you for that great presentation, Paul. We do have a couple of questions that have come in from the audience, and I'd like to remind everybody, if you have a question, you can submit it using the question box right there on the webinar. So let's see, our first question from Andrew Halbeck, and he says, is this an extra cost option?
Well, thank you, Andrew. This actually comes along automatically with your content site. So what you'll see underneath the web pages icon, if you have the content site, that would be a requirement. You have to have the biz site or the content site. You'll see underneath the web pages icon in your site builder, there's a little drop-down menu where you can add different pages. And under the content section, you're going to see that you can add a Marquee Plus page. So no, if you have the biz site or the content site, then this automatically comes along with it. Great question. Thank you so much.
Okay, our next question is from Teresa Berg, and it looks like, oh, this is a good question. Does the Marquee Plus page have a separate URL so that we can use it as a landing page, or is it like a splash page?
Another great question. Actually, yes, it does have its own unique URL. And when you are on the Marquee Plus page in your web pages within your control panel, you're going to see a tab at the top that says Details. And in the Details section, which is the same page where you can name the Marquee Plus page, you will see the direct page link. That direct page link would be your unique URL for the site. Now, you bring up a good question. Is it like a splash page? It's almost, you can almost use it like a splash intro page, but that would have a unique URL to it. But yeah, you'll see it again right under Details on the Marquee Plus page in the control panel.
Okay, and our next question from Annette, and Annette says, what's the advantage of a Marquee page as compared to a home page?
So actually the word homepage is just a title for the specific page. When it comes to the content site specifically, now I'm not talking about the portfolio site. The portfolio site, the HTML5 portfolio site, does not have the Marquee Plus page. So the content site that does offer the Marquee Plus page is basically a page that people really like to use as their home page. So they name it the home page. They make it the first page on their website and name it home. I hope that answers your question for you.
And thank you, Annette. Okay, and let's see. Our next question is from Angela. And Angela says, can you use this with a Flash site or only HTML, and does it cost more?
Okay, this is actually specific to the content site. All right, so if you take a look in your PhotoBiz account in your control panel, on the home page, you will see the content site or the biz site either under your products or under available products. If it is available, if you do not have it yet, you can click on it, see all the information there, take a look at some examples, and get it from there if you'd like to. Now there is a setup cost for the biz site or the content site, and you'll see all that information within your PhotoBiz account. It is not available for the Flash site, just to make that clear. Only the content site or the biz site. Thank you so much.
Great, and thank you, Angela. Okay, let's see. We got another question from, I'm going to say, is it Gwilyn? Anyway, how do you disable the titles on the list items like you mentioned was done on the PhotoBiz Loves Me site? Ooh, good question.
Awesome. Yes, actually on that same details section that I spoke about where you can rename the page and also where the direct page link is or that unique URL, you will see that you can, there's a section that says display list items where you can either leave yes or no. If you don't want to display them, you can click no and then hit save changes at the bottom and you'll be all set and good to go. Great question. Thank you so much.
We'll give you a couple minutes in case anybody has any more questions. Well, it looks like we're just about ready to wrap up here. Thank you, everyone, for your great questions. And thank you, Paul, so much for taking the time to be with us here today. I'd also like to thank everybody who joined us. A recording of today's webinar will be posted on the PhotoBiz YouTube channel at youtube.com/photobiz. And also be sure to check out our blog and watch your email for updates about future webinars. Our next webinar will be about youth sports teams. Do them different and create a buzz with Carl Kaler, and that'll be next Tuesday, June 4th at 2 p.m. Eastern. Thank you again, Paul. That concludes our episode of PhotoBiz Live. Have a great day, everyone.